I think it's been a good start to the tournament for sure. I think in terms of expectations, it's actually exceeded my expectations in terms of what I've seen from two of the host nations. I think for Kenya and Tanzania, for sure, Tanzania, who got the show started, I think they did fantastically well to manage the nerves and use the energy of the crowd to drive them forward. I think that Uganda did suffer a bit from stage fright. I think they did suffer a little bit from the nerves overcoming them a little bit, not being able to take advantage of the possession that they had. Bearing in mind they probably played the best team in the tournament right now in terms of Algeria, having put up 3 goals, and 2 of those goals I'd say were probably goal of the tournament contenders. For sure, Uganda, I don't want to write them off yet because I've seen the power of home support in Tanzania and Kenya. And that shows me that anything can be possible for these teams. And it is something prevalent in African football where playing at home gives you a strong advantage. And I really do think that if they can just overcome those nerves, the Ugandans can maybe recover and produce better performances than they have. When you look at the contenders, the North Africans, Algeria were phenomenal. Angola was a phenomenal game also, both teams really good. The Moroccans were more incisive and ruthless in the final third, played super football as well. And I think those are the teams to beat. When I consider, I was looking at the stats before for Morocco, that they've not actually lost a game at the Chan since January 2016, because they were winners in 2018, 2020, and then the tournament in 2022. They actually withdrew because the Algerians, there was a problem with the flights, and so the Algerians, maybe there was some mind games there, but they actually withdrew from the last Chan. So technically for them, they'll be saying within closed doors, look, we're still the champions. Senegal won a tournament, but we weren't there. And the Moroccans will be very, very confident in terms of keeping that clean sheet, also scoring 2 goals. Likewise, the Algerians, who didn't concede a goal last time out. I think it's maybe 630 plus minutes not conceding a goal. I mean, if it's a good base to start from, because teams will try to figure out how they can get goals against this Algeria team. There were gaps. I'll be honest, there were gaps, but the Ugandans were just not able to take advantage of it. And I think we've seen good quality also from Guinea. We've seen from Senegal showing that well-organization, well-drilled unit. And I think for sure they've brought themselves into it with this result, because before the tournament, they weren't looking good at all with 2 defeats. But for sure, this is a great way to start the tournament. And I think for sure the coach has done his homework in terms of plugging the gaps, plugging the weaknesses that they had before the tournament. And it bodes well for them to beat Nigeria, yes, as defending champions, but to beat Nigeria in the opening game, maybe the biggest group rivals on paper, is a big, big motivation and confidence booster for them.